Hello and welcome to another CNRL Fast Holiday Workshop. My name's Kel and today I'm going to show you how to shrink chip packets to make miniature key rings. So these are the things you're going to need to be able to make your key rings. First of all, obviously you need some chip packets, and the first job is to eat the chips inside. Once you've done that, you're going to use a little bit of detergent and water and clean all of the crumbs out and let the chip packets dry. Other things you're going to need to make your key rings include a hole punch. You'll also need some baking paper and you will need 2 oven pans. Okay, so let's make our key rings. So the first thing you're going to do is choose the chip packets that you want a flat result for. Okay, so we're going to have to weight these down so that as they're heated and they start to shrink, the weight will make sure that they don't bubble up. So I've chosen my Twisties packet and my Smith chips packet to go on the bottom and be weighted down. There we are. On top, weighted down with another oven pan. There we are. Now I've put more oven paper on top. We're going to put these Brainwaves chips packets on top so that you can actually see what happens when it's not weighted down, and you'll see that we get a very different effect when we do it this way. So make sure you set your oven preheated to 180 degrees Celsius. And then you simply put your pans in and you wait. It does suggest that it takes about 10 minutes, but it really comes down to your oven. So for me, it was closer to 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so my chip packets have been in the oven for approximately 15 to 20 minutes, and this is the final result. So the chip packet that wasn't weighted down, it has definitely shrunk. Let's compare it to the original packet. So a lot of shrinkage there, but obviously we've got quite a bubbly result, which you might like. Let's compare that to the chip packets that were weighted down. So we'll pull. You just have to be a little bit careful when you take this off. I've actually left these for about 5 minutes to completely cool down. And then you gently pull the grease-proof paper off and ta-da! So they've definitely shrunk and they're nice and flat, perfect to make key rings with. So let's compare them to the original packets. So the cool thing is they truly are miniatures. When they shrink, everything's in the correct proportion and you can even read all the words. Fantastic. Okay, here is our Smith chips. Let's compare that to the original. There we are. These are also really hard, nice and hard and flexible compared to the soft original packet. The final part of this activity is to actually connect the chip packet, the miniature chip packet, to a key ring. So obviously you've got to put a hole in your shrunken packet of chips, and you can easily do that with a hole punch. So carefully line it up so that it's got a hole in the corner. Get a key ring, and it's fairly easy. There we are, to slip it on. So back in the 80s, when I used to do this, we used to connect these to our school bags. Don't know if you want to do that, but that is how you make retro shrinking chip packet key rings. So how does this actually happen or work? Well, the chip packet is made of polymers, which are long chains of molecules, and they're stretched out to make the chip packet. So when the chip packet is heated, the polymers bunch back up, causing a cute miniature version of your chip packet.
Today we're going to be making hot dogs. A bit different to what you would normally think. We're not going to be using bread. Instead, we're going to be using puff pastry. So for this activity, you're going to need puff pastry. You're going to need some little frankfurts. You're going to need some eggs and favourite sauce, whether it be tomato or barbecue.